And good morning, North Texas. We still have scattered showers and thunderstorms making their way from west to east across North Texas, and some of those have been strong. We've had some flash flooding. We still have our WFA weather alert day that technically goes until 9 o'clock this morning, with the potential that we could get an isolated storm that could become severe and produce quarter-size hail, wind gusts of 60 miles an hour. And certainly we've already been seeing that heavy rainfall. So just make sure you stay updated with our latest forecast and have a way to receive those warnings. One way to do that is by downloading the WFA app. Looking at our severe weather outlook for today, again, Dallas and areas off to the east, that is where we have the threat for severe weather. But around Dallas and the rest of the Metroplex areas east, we're going to be in that marginal risk for seeing severe storms. So on a scale of 1 to 5, we're going to be on a level 1. The farther east you go into Texas, that is where that threat level will go up a little bit more. We also have that flood watch for our northeast counties until 6 o'clock tomorrow morning, because that is where we're expecting a lot more rain by the time it's all said and done. Now, across the Dallas Metroplex, we're expecting anywhere from 1 to 2 inches, but in those northeast counties, we could see anywhere from an additional 2 to 4 inches. Isolated totals upwards of around 5 by the time the rain moves out. So looking over the last 6 hours, rain and storms started out to the west and have quickly made their way east across the rest of North Texas. And we're continuing to still see those scattered showers and thunderstorms that have been producing some very heavy rainfall and a lot of lightning. These have been very loud. So you've been hearing that thunder as these storms quickly advanced off to the east. And you can tell that, yeah, we've seen quite a bit of rain across the metro, and this continues to stream off to the east and northeast, roughly about 40 to 45 miles an hour. So it has been moving pretty quickly, which is a good thing, but we still have that flash flood warning for Dallas and Tarrant counties until 7:45 this morning. You can also see Collin, Denton, and Rockwall counties. We have that flash flood warning until 8:30, and northeast of there, we have Delta and Lamar County under a flash flood warning until 8:30 this morning as well. So we have some very heavy rain across some of our far northern counties. All of this is pushing into Oklahoma. You can tell in between Bowie all the way down towards Decatur. We have some very heavy rainfall moving to the north and east. South of there, we've got heavy rain in between Mira Wells, Weatherford, Granbury, all the way down towards Glen Rose. Moving a little bit farther south, we're not done with the rain just yet in Hamilton. You can see those showers and storms just south and west of there, but we also have more rain moving along I-35 from Waco down towards Hillsboro. And then looking at our hail detector, the good news is we haven't seen much hail this morning. We're not seeing any of that right now. But as we go throughout the rest of the morning, most of these rain and storms will continue to move off to the east. So this is going to be 8 o'clock this morning, and we still have some scattered showers and thunderstorms. As we go throughout the morning, the severe threat will continue to lessen and move off to the east. This is going to be noon, and we could still see some isolated light rain around the metro, but the heaviest rain by then should be from Paris down to Sulphur Springs, all the way down to Canton and Athens. As we go throughout the rest of the afternoon, generally it does look pretty dry. We're going to keep our skies overcast, but then later this evening a weak wave moves through and we could have some isolated light rain showers during that time. You can see that wintry mix in the far western part of the state and also out in the panhandle. That is where that wintry mix will stay. It's just not going to get cold enough, and we're not going to have the moisture to work with across the metro to get anything like that here. However, by the time we get into tomorrow morning, we're going to start to see some clearing, and it's going to get pretty cold. Right now, temperatures are ranging from the upper 40s in the northwest counties to the low 50s in the metro, mid and upper 50s to the south and east. And believe it or not, we still have 70s in those far eastern counties. But later today, after the rain moves out, we keep the clouds around. Afternoon temperatures are going to hang out in the 40s and 50s. So it's going to be very cool. But overnight tonight, it's going to get very cold. We're dropping to about 39 degrees in Fort Worth, 36 in Bowie, 39 in Sherman, and 38 degrees down in Granbury. So for today, rain and storms this morning. Later this afternoon, we're going to keep the clouds around. Then later this evening, there's going to be still a chance of some scattered light rain showers. Overnight tonight, light rain is still possible. The coverage goes down to about 30% under mostly cloudy skies, and temperatures drop down into the upper 30s. Tomorrow looks dry. We're going to be partly cloudy, so a little bit of sunshine, but it's still going to be very cool. Highs in the low 50s with a north wind between 15 to 25 miles an hour. Looking at the 14-day forecast, by Monday, it's still a light wind out of the northwest, but temperatures make it into the mid 60s. A light wind on Tuesday, this time out of the south, so we make it into the low 70s. Upper 70s by Wednesday. 80s return by Thursday. Looking at the second half of that 14-day, it still looks pretty warm. By the time we get to April 15th all the way through the 18th, we have a chance of rain and storms. We've been watching that traffic. Traffic's starting to pick up a little bit more. Brianda, how's that?